No, we ain't got nobody here now. Nobody here.
Hey guys, this is Jason Douglas.
Zada MacArthur, voice of Yuji Itadori.
This is Derek Snow, the voice of Shinra Kusakabe.
This is Phil Parsons, voice of Kenny the Ripper Ackerman.
It's Merc Nguyen. You're watching Voice of the Heroes. Take it away, Flea Boy.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? You already know who it is and what it is. And if you don't, it's your three favorite unks. And we back again for another episode of Voice of the Heroes Uncaped. And today we got tons and tons of news for y'all, man. We might have what kind of role Tom Holland might be playing in Secret Wars. The God of War himself, Kratos, has found a new actor. Jimmy Olsen's TV show gets a title. Wonder Man calls out Marvel. And David Harbour spoils Avengers Doomsday with huge plot leaks. And Hot Toys does the same damn thing. I don't know what's going on, but rumors is Lee Pace has been casted as Magneto. And Spider-Man crosses the $2.2 billion mark. We're talking about it right here on Voice of the Heroes Uncaped. So make sure you lock in, like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast for everything Marvel, DC, everything in between, like anime as well, because we'll be talking about Charles Milton turning down the role of Beast, but going for the role of Kakashi in the live-action Naruto movie right here coming up next. But before we get to that, let's give a huge shout-out to our favorite unks, Blue Jack and Galactus. First and foremost, heroes, villains, even the villains in the chat. Y'all gotta wish the GOAT a happy birthday, man. Over the week, Galactus had a birthday August 19th, man. Unk, man, how was your B-Day and what you do?
Man, it was live, man. You know, went on a little vacation to a treehouse in Ocala, Florida. It was amazing. Very quiet, chilled out, man. Just relaxing, just how I wanted to do it. Got to visit some shops on my birthday, which I picked up some brilliant, you know what I'm saying, that happened over the weekend. Y'all know what happened on August 19th, what was released. So I went and picked up that. I'll show it to y'all a little bit later. But I'm super excited about having that, man. But overall, it's been an amazing week, man. So everybody has been showing a lot of love, and I appreciate it.
Hey, did you keep it quiet?
What you mean? No.
Keep it going. Keep it.
Hey,
No.
man. Blue is a wild one. Don't mind him, chat. He got a new saber sword. He don't know how to act. Blue Jack, what's good with you, man? What you been up to since the last time I saw you?
Hey, we here with it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. Still moving the same. Still being a great person in this world to benefit this world. Still trying to be my best self for my family, as a father. You know what I'm saying? For the guys. Appreciate y'all for having me here. Welcome everybody in. Let's get into it.
All right, so let's get the obvious out the way. Everybody knows Spider-Man Brand New Day has been going crazy in the box office. This weekend, it crosses the $2.2 billion mark, becomes the 5th highest grossing movie of all time. Congratulations to everybody who worked on this project, from the actors, behind the scenes. But with the good news comes the bad news. Because for the same shit that we gave DC last week about doing concept art on Lobo, Marvel turns around and comes to find out that Brand New Day released the book that, you know, all studios do after the movie is done for the concept art of their movie. And within this book, there was AI usage for the concept art of New York City, for New York City and Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is, I hate to say this, y'all, it's fucking bonkers to me. And if any of y'all follow me, know I have officially claimed myself as one of the biggest Marvel shields on any platform, but I can't defend them behind this. It's no defending. The same energy we have for DC for doing it is the same energy we got to have for Marvel. Because if they went for concept art for Lobo, which is really ridiculous, knowing how much concept art and how many designs Lobo has out there, they could have got inspired or used from or influenced. My mic going in and out. So, jeez, has influenced is the same thing. Hold on, let me turn my mic up a little bit.
When you turn away from it, it goes.
Yeah.
So just
And it's this mother effer right here that just
he
keeps
came
climbing
back.
over my wires and putting hair in the air. I'm sorry, y'all. My cat is just going like, I guess he's looking for love in all the wrong places. But can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yep.
Mic check.
Just
All right.
talking to the mic.
All right. So, you know,
Here we go.
I find it very odd that New York would use concept art. I mean, Marvel would use concept art for New York. One, you filmed some of the movie, not all of it, but you filmed some of the movie in New York. You're out there. You couldn't hire photographers to get some great shots of New York City. You couldn't use your eyes, and I didn't understand the sense of using AI to get a vision of New York City when you could just Google it at this point. Like, it's not that hard, but hey, I might be in the difference, but I'm gonna keep it 100. The same energy we had for that, I'm gonna give for Marvel. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it hurt Spider-Man in this week's box office, because I think Insidious, is that the name?
Yeah, it already did. Mm-hmm.
It dropped behind Insidious, which didn't even do well either. So I'm pretty sure, and from the the outrage online with content creators calling them out, people calling them out, this might have hurt Spider-Man from doing what could have been 2.5 or 6 point, or even topping Endgame, to not even coming close anymore. Blue Jack, how you feel about this whole situation?
To be honest, let me start off here, because I've been saying this for a while now. We've had AI with Marvel, we've had it with Disney, we've had it with Power Rangers. It's not ideal. It's not good. It's scummy. You take away from artists. That is the most forefront of this conversation. That we're going to say the same thing every time this happens. But like I've been saying, to be honest, what do you do, and when are you going to just be like, listen, AI is becoming a main point in the world. You can't get around it. It's gonna keep being more prevalent. These companies want to save money, so they use AI, the thing that's out there. Um, you can't stop them. I'm sorry. It sucks, but we cannot stop them. They're saving money. Unless we just stop looking at all of their products, which is never going to happen, they're never going to stop using it. And it's going to become more and more and more heavily prevalent. And they're not going to hide it. They're not going to try to fall back and be like, no, it's not AI. They're not going to do that anymore because it's just becoming the norm in this world, especially when it comes to corporations. So, like I said before, yeah, it is horrible. I don't agree with it. I want everybody to know that. But at the same time, at some point, you got to be realistic and be like, we're just gonna keep fighting a losing battle? What do you think, Galactus?
I think that both of y'all have a great point. There's something that I've seen technology grow a lot over the years, and when we're talking about art, you know, film is an art form. All those type of things. They use photography. You mentioned I think Felice mentioned they could have just hired a photographer. And I agree with that because I'm a photographer. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that point because it could have been something that they could have gave a job to somebody just to do whatever they needed to do for that. But then on the other side to that too is the cost. How much is it going to cost to do that? So here's the thing. I took a class to get my degree in photography. And I remember I was doing the history of photography and how much it was shunned during the time because they felt as though it wasn't art. They said that it can't be art because it's as a tool that's being used to manufacture what you see. So it was completely shunned during that time, and they got a lot of pushback. But as photography became more and more used and more like accepted, it became an art form. So, do I agree with AI? Fuck no. Again, I'm an artist first. I despise AI, but AI isn't everything that we use. We could talk to Alexa right now. You could tell your phone to call somebody that's going to use it. That's AI. That is most basic. So, regardless of how we feel about AI, it is being used, and I know a lot of people hate it, but we need to be specific when we're talking about it. When I say AI, I'm talking about used for arts. So, I don't agree. I don't agree that it should be used in art at all. Do I hate AI? No, because it helps me. You know what I'm saying? It helps all of us do things every single day effectively, efficiently, faster. So we can't all say that we hate our AI. So, but we can say I don't think that AI should be used in arts. Fair, fair. You know what I'm saying? It is a fair argument.
And the creatives,
But
yeah, I agree.
I don't believe it absolutely should be because it absolutely takes away from the art that we make, like artists we make. You know what I'm saying? You use music, so you know how it is. You know what I'm saying? We I don't feel as though anything that should be programmed because again, it's sourcing. It's sourcing from places to create these specific things from other people from other places. You know, it's not taking it from nowhere. It needs information. So people feed that information. You know what I'm saying? So that way it can be used for that purpose. So overall, it is stealing. You know what I'm saying? But if you're using it for creative purposes, again, I will say that again very specifically. I don't agree. I think it is sad because again, we're talking about a company that has access to enormous amounts of money, and they could have done something as simple as again hired someone to do that, and they could have very well been fine. Anyone's gonna be listen. They could have hired me $200 to take that shot, and I'd be like, hell yeah!
I ain't gonna lie,
It's
that'd been
from
fun if you did it. I ain't gonna
it's for Marvel. Hell
that'd been
yeah. That's the right way I could say I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but of course I would have charged them more than that. But I'm just saying though, you charge me my bare minimum, and I'd have been like, sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's credit, that's credentials for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't understand the theory behind why they did it. It doesn't make sense, but here we are. And like you said, Blue, it's not gonna stop. We need to like at least embrace what we can out of this, but it's unacceptable from my standpoint when it comes to creative. We're a creative part of it. I'm never gonna to deter from that stance. I don't agree with it being used in the arts at all.
agree.
Yeah, I think pretty much everybody's in the same mindset when it comes to AI. I do feel like, it could be used for a tool, but for art, it should never be included in art in no shape, way, or form. And just speaking of movies, man, before we get off of recent movie stuff and go into the rumor section, Avengers Endgame Encore tickets officially go on sale tomorrow. I believe this is gonna be the first movie to cross the second movie to cross the $3 billion mark. I believe Avatar has done so as well. So I think Marvel will have their first movie across the $3 billion mark once this is released. Now they did say that it will be 4 minutes longer than the original movie. A new trailer they said they're gonna put out with it, but 4 minutes. I'm assuming this is a post-credit scene that's gonna, just tie into Doomsday or segue into Doomsday. But Galactus, what do you think? Do you think this extra 4 minutes will make the movie any better or any different?
They're keeping the core aspect of the movie. They're not changing anything, right? So I mean, I feel like ultimately, I think what they're doing is brilliant. To be honest with you, I think we've all been, well, not we all, but a lot of the community has been upset that there was no real handoff, right? There was no real layup to what this looks like, and I feel like they're doing that now. They're saying, okay, well, we're going to show you how it ties in. So here's that. The downside to this is I feel like they're capitalizing off of the community. Like they're taking out money, saying, "Hey, we're gonna release this, and they're gonna pretty much you're gonna watch this movie again." And then saying they're gonna add this little extra, which to me I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But that's the only place you're gonna be able to get it. You know what I'm saying? Unless they do something like online where they just show you what the 4 minutes looks like. But why would they do that when they're a company? They're gonna make money off of it. So I don't like that at all. But I feel like this is their way of actually saying, okay, well, this is how this ties in. They're gonna make it a smooth transition from one to the next.
Blue, go ahead.
Now I do agree with Galactus, but I'm gonna say this: if Avengers Endgames does that and it gets there, I need Avatar to be re-released because Avatar needs to stay number one. Let's just keep that there.
Bro, how
Avatar,
many times has that movie been re-released?
it don't matter. I'm not trying to hear that. Just stop trying to stop. This is my time. Avatar need to stay number one, and I'm standing on that. It don't nothing need to pass it. So that's number one. But yeah, I do. I think it's listen. I don't think Endgame has ever been re-released. Right? This will be the first time, right? Please, this will be the first time, right? Yeah, I can't hear you. So yeah, so you know what? I don't think it's bad. I understand what Galactus is saying. That could be the case, but a lot of these movies that are in the top 10, especially the top 5, they do re-release. And I don't think it's an issue to re-release it to watch it. I do think the issue comes, yeah, we can't hear you. I do think the issue comes where you have to watch this to get a piece for the next movies. That's what bothers me. That's where the farming comes for me. Because we can all say we had a fantastic time watching a portal scene in theaters, and we would love to watch that again. That's what nostalgia is. They do that with old movies. They do that with anime movies. They do it with Star Wars movies all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we can hear you. But the fact that you're saying, oh, you get 4 minutes extra, and it's gonna be something important for the next, that bothers me, because then you're not doing it just so that we can feel that emotion again in the theaters. You're doing it, like Galactus said, to farm more money from us, and I hate that. But as a company, what'd you say, Galactus? That's their job, right?
Is there an echo? Can I hear an echo in the chat?
Nope, you're good now.
I'm good now?
Yeah, you sound great.
All right.
And because of that, to me, I don't know if I'm gonna go see it again. Especially when I can just turn it on my TV and just watch it. Like, I seen that movie in theaters. I seen it like 3 times in theaters, so I'm good.
Lie, man.
Of course you are.
My tickets tomorrow.
Of course you are.
Early. I'm getting my tickets.
Of course you are.
And I know they probably get a new popcorn bucket. We probably get a new popcorn bucket. So I'm going to get that too, to be honest. Putting that joint on the shelf and with the rest of them. So I'm definitely going to get my tickets. Chat, let me know if y'all getting y'all for Avengers Endgame Encore. All right, now let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's start with Avengers Doomsday. Because, man, I'm not even going to lie to you. It's tracking. It's already tracking to be the biggest opening box office in film history with $1 billion, beating out the previous one, which is Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's already it's doing monstrous numbers in pre-sales, which is unheard of when breaking numbers. So we kind of expected this to happen, being that everybody's going back to the movies. Spider-Man did so well. People are back on the Marvel train. So it's not like this surprises me, to be honest with you, because I kind of figured this was coming. But for it to do that type of money opening weekend is gonna be crazy. And with that, more money, more problems. Because it seems like this film is just going through a buttload of unexpected issues. First and foremost, one of the actors starring in the movie, David Harbour, who plays Red Guardian, came out, and spoiler alert if this is true, but
He does.
quote unquote, he says, you're Tony Stark. Because they asked him what was one of his lines in the movie, and he said that at some joint. And me personally, if that is one of his lines in the movie, and you gave away a crucial plot point like that, when everybody's already wondering if this Doctor Doom will be a variant of Tony Stark, or if we'll be able to see his face. The fact that you gave that away so early and for 3 months before the movie comes out is actually nasty work. But Galactus, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest.
What happened if
I
somebody
know
just spoiled a movie? What happened if it is true and somebody just spoiled a plot point like that for you?
what we care. I'm gonna say this. But like after it's all said and done, I watched the movie, right? I enjoyed the movie. How is that gonna affect my perception of the movie? Like seriously, how? How is it going to take away from whatever I got from the movie? If I loved it, if I hated it, I don't think it's gonna affect my viewership whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm gonna do in the movie? Say, oh, that motherfucker said that. He said that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? What I am gonna say is in my head, I'm like, okay, the rumors were right. You know what I'm saying? So continue watching the movie, right? How is that gonna affect your experience? Real talk. I mean, some people may be hurt. I don't know many people that's gonna go in there and be in the movie like, he said that, man. He said that. You ain't gonna do that in the movie theater, bro. So I don't know. I don't think it's, to me personally. I'm just saying me. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm gonna tell you this: it's not. That doesn't matter to me at all.
Blue Jack, how do you feel? Because I know a lot of people online, one didn't like the fact that they was bringing RDJ back. They thought it was a bad idea because they felt like, they were gonna do this. They were gonna go with it's a Tony Stark variant, Iron Man type, evil Iron Man type thing. They're not really doing Victor Von Doom any justice. So now with David, I can't deny or confirm if the rumor is true, but if he's confirming this is a variant, how do you feel about that?
I don't really have an issue as much as what people would think, because we have been expecting this for the whole time. We've literally been saying we're gonna have a moment where Peter sees him and everybody sees him, and they're gonna say, "Oh, you're Tony Stark." Either he's gonna play into it or he's not. That's the only difference. But we're all gonna have that moment because they've all mourned him. He is this universe's basically savior. I am Iron Man 3000, all that bull crap. So, to me, I think it's cool that Iron Guardian said it, because we've never seen him interact with Iron Man. So I think that would be a cool aspect. But yeah, to me, that's not really a spoiler. It's just I expected it. And it doesn't change anything because I was already mad, like you said, that he was cast as Dr. Doom anyway, because it is predictable that they're going to do this. So, yeah,
Yeah, me personally, I got a couple of issues with it. One, if that is one of your lines, how do you even know? Well, of course, Iron Man is famous, so his face is everywhere. So it will make sense for Red Guardian to know who he is. But I think, it's like a little off you give him that line. Like, you know what I'm saying? To even interact with him. Like, one of Tony Stark's first interactions be with Red Guardian. It just feels a little off to me. 2, I really wanted to see Doom with his mask on both movies. I really didn't want to see him take the mask off, to be honest. I felt like if I seen Tony Stark, it would do less justice for me. Because I really feel like RDJ is talented enough of an actor that he could pull off Doom and you don't even know it's him. Like, he can completely immerse himself into this character and you would never know he's playing this role because of how good of an actor he is and how much he would embody Doom. But the fact that that's not happening anymore, and, you know, if the rumors isn't true, it's kind of disappointing. But overall, I search for spoilers. So this is not nothing new to me. Like, every single Marvel movie, I watch videos. I talk about rumors. I look at the spoilers. So for me, it's not a big deal because I'm searching for the stuff. You feel what I'm saying? I'm watching every trailer. I'm watching every TV spot. I'm watching leaked footages. I'm one of those ones that do that before movies come out. So overall, it ain't a big deal for me. What I did find interesting, though, which is another spoiler for Avengers Doomsday chat.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But don't worry, because when he takes the mask off, he'll be blackface RDJ, Tony Stark. He just won't be Tony Stark. So it'll be different.
Hey, Demon Don, what up, man?
Tropic Thunder, yes, exactly.
Hey, also, everybody in the chat, I see y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Please hit that like button if you're just coming in or you chilling in the chat, man. We got an epic show for y'all. Lock in, support, throw a tab up, and let's get to it. All right, Hot Toys drops another spoiler for Avengers Doomsday with their new Doomsday, Dr. Doom action figure that's coming out. I'm definitely getting that. I'm going to drop some bread on that. I think it's like 3 something. But in his hand, he has a couple of his accessories. One looks like a magic book, like a grimoire. And the second, people are speculating to be the ultimate nullifier. Now, Blue Jack, we know Secret Wars, that plays a role in this. You know what I'm saying? But for Doom to have it this early, do you think we get the whole thing where Reed creates it and he gets his hands on it or he takes it from... What do you think's happening here? And do you even think that's the ultimate nullifier in Dr. Doom's hand in this Hot Toy figure?
I very much hope it's not. I hope it's not. There's a lot of explanation that has to go into that thing. If you do that this quickly, this fast, I understand Secret Wars is coming. Unless they dumb it down, but you remember how confused people were with the multiverse stuff.
They're gonna be.
If you use this now with just a simple, "Oh, I got it," it's gonna fall flat, man. And that's where it comes into play, where it's like you could have easily taken your time and done this stuff, but I mean, it's a possibility because the kids are alive. So, and Secret Wars is next. So, what I keep saying, it is what it is. It's what y'all want. Y'all want everything at one time. Here it is. Let's just dump the popcorn bucket on your head. Hope you enjoy.
I agree. I think before I let Galactus go, I think this is really quick to see that. Especially in a Hot Toys figure. I thought it was bonkers they even would release something like that, knowing how significant that is. So, and it's like, does Reed spend half of the movie making it? Because at this point, it's like that got to be a huge plot within this movie. You can't, like you said, just, hey, look what I have in my fucking hand, or look what I just created in 2 minutes. Like, it's really mind-boggling. I'm hoping that's something else. But the more I look at that accessory and the more he holds it, the way he's holding it, I don't know, man. That looks like a significant piece. But Galactus, how you feel about this?
Man, they trying to pump out whatever they can to get people excited, man. That's what they're doing. I mean, that's what it sounds like. I did read something, though, online where I saw something. I don't know why.
You read something online?
I said something. Look, but first of all, I'm only gonna say this because it doesn't go into speculation. Well, it kind of does. But it said that the movie is gonna pretty much, because I hate speculation. But anyway, I need to let everybody know that. I'm not into it. But anyway, I read something that said that this movie is slated to focus more on the incursions than Doom. So I'm going to be curious to see how that actually plays out. You know what I'm saying? Are we seeing what's in the trailer, just in the trailer, or will we be seeing way more opposite of Doom to see exactly what's going to happen leading up to Secret Wars? Because this is how I feel. Why have Doom in this movie if RDJ is coming back for just this movie? Like, what's going to happen? Are we going to see him again later plenty of other times? I'm just confused. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's more so like, are we just a bridge just to get to Secret Wars? Doom is such a big character in pretty much every universe in the Marvel universe. So I'm just curious how they're going to utilize this character in what way. So it's very it's exciting, but yet confusing, right? So I mean, other than that, the toy part of it, I don't really collect toys, so I don't really know. But I know what they used to do back in the day, leading up to movies. And I feel like if they're doing this now, this is way too soon because I think the film just started filming. Like you're saying, like just started officially. So,
what Secret Wars or Doomsday?
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars
just started filming. So,
it was a minute ago.
Listen, we'll see how this all plays out. But of course, we're all in this to like think about what's gonna happen next. What are you talking about? What blah blah blah. But I just have a lot of questions about Doomsday, his place right now in this movie, and what happens next, bro. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree, man. But let us know in the chat how you feel about it. Are you checking out? Do you collect the Hot Toy figures? Are you getting this? Because I seen a bunch of them, man. They got one for Professor X, Magneto, Cyclops. I think they got one for Beast, maybe? No. I forgot all the ones that's coming out. I think there's a pretty good amount of them coming out. They'll probably drop more when the movie's released because they keep the spoiler characters on hold for a while. But me personally, I think
of course you buy it. You buy all the hot stuff. That's why you get the absolute Batman.
No, I'm just getting Doom and Batman, and I'm thinking about getting the Lord Draken one. That's it.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, Lord Draken one is pretty like reasonable. It's like 119. So I think I'll get that one, and I think the Doomsday one. And Lord, I'm not going crazy on Hot Toys, man. I seen how much some things cost, and I seen what collectors go through to get them.
You better get a bookshelf.
I'm not going down that rabbit hole, man. I already got one addiction with these comic books. I don't need I left the Funko Pop addiction, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post that online, bro. I went through my little attic last night. I got over 300 Funko Pops.
Whoa.
I got about 25, almost 30 of them signed, like big ones, all types of stuff. So I got to chill out with collecting stuff, man. And I'm gonna put a lot of stuff up, fix my lights back there. We're gonna get the studio looking right. Don't worry, y'all. Trust me.
No, he
I
not.
got y'all in a second.
No, he not.
But moving on to let's go from the Avengers news to Avengers Secret Wars, and then we'll go to some X-Men news. Tom Holland's role in Avengers Secret Wars is rumored to be a huge one. So huge, they are calling him the lead of Secret Wars, which is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Motion ain't even a word for Tom Holland right now. He's in a couple of billion-dollar movies. They said he's about to surpass RDJ as the highest paid male actor alive, which is crazy because he just made 100 M's off the back end of Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is crazy work, bruh. But
he ain't leaving.
Blue, how do you feel about Spider-Man being the lead role of Secret Wars?
Hey man, you made $2 billion off 2 weekends. What you expect? What do you expect?
Well, you kind of knew it was coming. I'm pretty sure the script was already written before it made that money.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, this is what it's predictable. This is what they do. RDJ won an Oscar. The next weekend, next month, he was cast as Dr. Doom. Mind you, he had just died. So, I mean, you get the biggest people to play the biggest roles, no matter what, because they bring in the biggest eyes and the biggest viewership. Why you think we haven't gotten rid of Hugh Jackman for so long? Because he brings in, the name alone brings in the money. So, I mean, sure.
And this is why I think you're right. Because anytime right now somebody brings up Spider-Man, or whether it's content or whatever it is, their numbers just do crazy. Because I put up a TikTok video talking about Spider Island supposedly being a part of Battle World, and my God, it's one of my biggest TikTok videos I've ever, like, engagement wise, views ever did on that channel. And it's like, damn, like, where do we go from here with Tom Holland? Do we like farm him for bread at this point, or you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them to do that and like, you feel what I'm saying, fuck up the story. I was trying to look, I was trying not to curse, but it is what it is. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't want it to be more, oh, here's Spider-Man, instead of focusing on so many of the characters that Secret Wars, has in it, and so many of the different cool moments. But Galactus, how do you feel about Tom Holland rumored to be the lead role in Avengers Secret Wars?
Because it's going to branch out to everything else that we know about Secret Wars. Like, the black suit is one of the most famous suits that was ever done in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how many people right now are clamoring for that comic book, Secret Wars #8, I think it is, where he released the first image of the black suit. He's on literally every one of these covers that I'm looking at from the original. So, to be honest with you, why shouldn't he? When we're seeing the main character, when we're talking about like Secret Wars, first of all, this is the beginning of it all. Like, you're explaining that, like, brand new day, right? Because it literally is. You're taking that one character, and now he's going to be fused into every single one of these films. So why would he not be the lead character? You know what I'm saying? It's like, just like Iron Man was. You know what I'm saying? When Iron Man first was released and they started to do that whole MCU arc, Iron Man was infused in every single one of the movies. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. They're just taking this character that now is launching the next phase and using him in every single one of the movies. I don't see why he would not be the main character.
It would have been almost the same thing with Civil War if he was already introduced. He just wasn't introduced yet. So it would have been the same thing. Listen, Spider-Man is Marvel.
Yep.
Forget what everybody else talking about with MC. Spider-Man is Marvel. Sony just got him. And now that they got their deal together with Marvel, and now they had the whole Cry Fest, bro, it's just shooting for the stars. It's just both companies making money, which is what we asked for, what we wanted.
And that's what I like. And I'm not even gonna lie. I wish Universal starts to play ball, because, man, a Hulk movie in this era right now, knowing the flaws that they did in the past with Hulk, and I think they would do Hulk justice in this era right now, the era of filmmaking that we're in, to be honest. But I don't think we'll be able to see a Hulk movie anytime in the near future. Hopefully Universal gets on that money train too and understands, hey, there's billions of dollars to be made in these characters. And I understand it's getting so crazy right now, which leads into my next segment, that people are genuinely feeling like Hulk is no longer a Marvel's big three. You know what I'm saying? Some of these characters, they feel like, Wolverine, because it's always been Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Hulk. Some of, Marvel's big guns when it comes to comic books, movies, video games, things like that, right? Lately, Hulk's been out of the picture so long that the newer generation feels like even Wolverine don't even belong in the big three, which is crazy to even say that. And I've seen multiple videos on it. Like, it's insane. And
bots.
Yeah, bots or young boys that don't know no better that just came into the game, things like that. But to play devil advocate, I could understand why they feel like that, because in their eyes, they're not seeing no Hulk films. You know what I'm saying? They're not seeing any Wolverine being pushed like he used to. Or they're seeing it where they feel like he was forced into movies, forced as cartoons, you know what I'm saying? Forced as, like, all right, here's this guy. Me personally, I don't feel like that. I still feel like the biggest characters that Marvel has is Wolverine, Hulk, and Spider-Man. It gets no bigger than them three, especially the Hulk, to be honest with you. And I wish he would get the proper respect he deserves. In the comic books, he's getting it. Infernal Hulk is damn sure top 3 books for Marvel right now. The event that's gonna happen is gonna be amazing. You're gonna get a one shot with the Hulk damn near fighting the whole Marvel
And they
universe.
dragging it out. It's like 11 of them hoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're really about to drag out and farm this out. And not even just that, right? The video games, he's been non-existent. Hulk always had some type of game, right? Movies, haven't got one since the early 2000s. So it's late 2000s, excuse me. Last one was like 2009, something like that. I can't remember. 2010 maybe. I think was the last one with Edward Norton.
Yeah, it was right after Iron Man, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a year or two after Iron Man.
2009, yeah.
So my thing is, right? I say this to say, I say that to say this to the unks on the panel. What does Marvel do with Hulk at this point to insert him back into the viewer's eyes if they can't release a movie?
They do what they did in Spider-Man. You keep showing the character as the character. You don't nerf him. You don't do some dumb crap like they did, which made people start to disbelieve in the Hulk, because people didn't disbelieve in the Hulk in Avengers 1. They didn't disbelieve in the Hulk in Avengers Ultron when he fought Tony. They didn't disbelieve in him until he lost to Thanos and he never got his get back. And they lied to us with the trailer, which is not a big issue, but it made it seem like he was Hulk in the trailer, and maybe they changed it, maybe they didn't. And we got Bruce in a suit, and nobody wanted that. And then you got him just doing Zen work with She-Hulk. So they did that themselves. You can't blame Universal. You can't blame Hulk. You got to blame MCU and Disney. They did that to that character. Maybe because they wanted to do a power play to Universal. But listen, if you want Hulk to be up there like he used to be, because he still is, just do what you did in Brand New Day. And I think that's where they're going, which is why I praised him in Brand New Day so hard.
Also, before we continue, man, I just noticed a Voice of the Hero member in the chat. Hey, Benjamin, man, my brother, I wanted to tell you, happy birthday, my brother. Another Voice of the Hero's birthday just happened.
Okay.
Hey, my brother, I wish you many more, man. Hope you enjoying your weekend. Everybody in the chat, if you ain't here, man, please give a happy birthday to one of our own, Benjamin Walker. Thank you so much for everything you contribute on this channel and everything you do for me, man. Love you, bro. Have a great birthday. All right.
It's my birthday too. I know.
It ain't your motherfucking birthday. Take your ass somewhere. I don't even know why this nigga Caleb got you that salva. I don't even know why.
I hate it, bro.
The way y'all talk about Power Rangers green, bro, y'all don't deserve nothing, Tommy, bro. Not gonna lie,
Hey,
man.
honesty over everything. Tommy,
The
look,
disrespect
what's
is
that
crazy.
right there? What's that right there?
What?
You can't see? Your eyes don't work because of your age? What's that right there? Look at my finger.
Tommy?
Come on now. Stop playing.
Man,
Stop playing with me.
That shit's so small. I can't even see.
Because it's on the other side of the room. What do you mean?
Man, get your shit up, man. There should be a statue behind you. 6 feet fucking.
Flea boy, you know you don't want to go band for band with me with merch on Tommy. Stop it. Listen, brother. He right here. He on my PC. Come on now.
Okay. Okay, talk that talk. Skills! Hey, Skills in the building. Skills, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you for coming through. Hey, we got some hitters in the chat, man. Shout out my boys, man. All right. So Galactus, it goes to you. I do agree with you, Blue, before I send it to Galactus. I do agree at first, like nobody had any complaints about the Hulk. I thought the Hulk was one of the coolest things in Avengers 1, the movie, and I thought he damn sure was hella dope in Avengers Ultron. That was fire to me, to be honest. Even, I'm not gonna lie to you, even in Infinity War, I thought it was very interesting he lost to Thanos. I didn't feel no type of way about that. You feel what I'm saying? I felt some type of way in Endgame when they started his little bullshit arc in Endgame and he couldn't transform and all that, still couldn't transform. He should have got over that. You feel what I'm saying? He should have like really got to work. You know what I'm saying? Now, the smart Hulk thing after that really didn't like that they tried to do. I really didn't like that in Endgame, to be honest, but I understand why they did it. But, you know, because he had to have some type of intelligence to do what he did for the plot, right? which is cool. But then, like you said in She-Hulk, man,
Ragnarok.
huh?
Ragnarok was tough.
I
Hulk.
ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100. Speaking of that, let's get to it real quick. I didn't like that Ragnarok movie. I thought that was his downfall.
No. I'm not saying it was a good movie. I'm saying Hulk in the movie. No, the movie was not
even
good at all.
Hulk in the movie. I thought it was
Really?
weird. Yeah, I thought Taika Waititi, to this day, I think you was 69 God, because both movies you did back to back, you showed Hulk's cheeks, and then you turn around and show Thor cheeks in both of your movies. Are you upset with man ass? These movies are for kids too. There's no reason why you should be showing these characters ass cheeks for comic relief. And that's what he did with one of the most crucial and most serious stories in Marvel Comics. You took Planet Hulk and fused it with a Thor story that didn't make no sense at all. And now down the line, we can't even revisit that unless they do a bunch of retconning on a Planet Hulk film, which would lead into World War Hulk or something like that. So I just don't understand that movie for the life of me. You could have did anything else you wanted to with Thor Ragnarok, but incorporating for the sake of, and mind you, they set it up lovely. You know what I'm saying? Where he went into space instead of the Illuminati sending him, he went on his own regard. You could have played off of that. You know what I'm saying? Set up a Planet Hulk movie in a different way. It could have been epic. Instead, we got what we got. And that's why I feel that type of way. But Galactus, with all of this news, how you feel about the Hulk?
Man, y'all said everything I need to say. So essentially, I'm gonna just say this. I feel like, in this brand new day, I like this Hulk. He looks hulkish. He looks like he should. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing him justice with him be able to do the things he's doing, getting bigger as he get angry, he gets bigger. So that's so and so on. They're focusing on the source material, and giving him his just dues at this point in time. Do I feel as though we don't need to see him more? We need to see him more. We need to see him much more, in a much more aggressive and angry way. That way we can see the true power of Hulk, because we haven't really seen that. I feel like we've never really seen his true power. They've dumbed him down, and rightfully so, because when you think about it, the majority of the people, he can handle a lot. He can handle a lot of ops. So I can see why they would do it, but it's unfortunate that he had to be the butt of the jokes, going off of your cheeks remark. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfortunate that they had to do him like that, because I didn't like Ragnarok at all. I think that was the downfall for me at that point in time with that Hulk. But, we're getting him back into a space where I'm loving to see him very super aggressive and looking mean. He's not looking cartoonish. They're taking away all that and bringing Hulk into where he needs to be. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how they use that character, and hopefully they use him more. So we'll see.
Yeah, and as far as trying to incorporate him back into the public to make him feel important again, or to have these young boys feel like, I think they got to go crazy with him in Secret Wars. That's the best place you can do it. No casualties. You ain't got to worry about people. Oh, he destroyed a city and and all that. Just have Hulk unleash his full potential in Secret Wars. Now, I don't know if we'll see some stuff. I got a video coming out. I don't want to give too much away on what I feel like we will and will not see in Secret Wars. But make sure y'all check that out, man. Make sure y'all follow us here and follow me on TikTok. But I don't think we'll see some iconic moments from the Hulk that was in Secret Wars. But we'll talk about that more. Now, going on to X-Men rumors. We got two to get to. One is Lee Pace. Y'all know who Lee Pace is, right, gentlemen?
Sure.
You know who Lee Pace is?
Yeah, sure.
Galactus, you know who Lee Pace is?
I seen him. I seen the casting.
All right. Well, Lee Pace has played Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's also Thrag right now in Invincible, the voice of Thrag. So he has been heavily rumored to be the front runner for Magneto. Now, I love this casting, right? And I love the fact that you ain't got to worry about seeing his face and thinking, oh, that's Ronan the Accuser, or whatever the case may be, because, the makeup, prosthetics, and things like that he had on. So a lot of people, unless you know who he is personally, then you probably wouldn't even remember that was him. But Blue, how do you feel about Lee Pace being cast as Magneto. And this goes back to what I was saying last week or the week before about, them having a difficult time with Magneto's origin, because if you do a more modern story and you bring Magneto into this age, which is going to be 2029 or whenever the X-Men reboot is going to happen, this man is 47 years old. Like I said, they was going to cast him close to the age of his counterpart, Christopher Abbott, which is 42. So they're looking at a 40-year-old actor, regardless if they cast him or not. They're still going, rumors is that he's in the front run for it. So that tells me they're looking for somebody young. They're not going for an older looking man. So my theory is, if they go this young, do you think that they explore the X-Men in Secret Wars? Because another rumor is that our first appearance of Rogue in the new X-Men reboot will be in Secret Wars. And a lot of people are saying that she's going to bang out with Captain Marvel in Secret Wars. And that's how she gets her powers. But these, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. These are all just rumors we're talking about. But I do feel like these rumors are coming from a very credible source. And he has not missed yet. He was spot on with everything with Brand New Day. So Blue Jack, how do you feel about this news? Do you think they'll, with the X-Men coming for sure in Secret Wars, do you think that they introduce Magneto in there and that's how, he comes from another world? And then, what do you think? How do they explain his origin at this point?
Couldn't tell you. None of that. I haven't thought about it. At this point, I just want to see what they do. I think he's a great casting. He has the look, the hair, all of it. He already looks like he's in shape. So you don't have to do much. You just put him in the suit, make his hair white, give him a helmet, let him cook. He's a good actor. We know he's a great actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He has a list. And I think even with his age, I don't think 42 is an issue. I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's an issue as far as like
47.
47. I don't think it's an issue as far as long lasting. I think he could easily do it for 10, 15, 20 years if need be. Because with Magneto, you don't got to move much. You stand up. You just stand up and move your arms out. So yeah, I think he's cool. I don't really have an issue with it. He's definitely imposing, which is what you need when you're Magneto.
Crazy, man. If you heard his voice as Thrag, oh my God. That one line he did in Invincible, you know what I'm talking about. I choose death. That line, if we get some type of energy like that out of him for Magneto, this probably be one of the greatest castings for Magneto we ever seen. And Michael Fassbender to me did a phenomenal job. And what's the older man name? I forgot his name.
You disrespecting the GOAT.
Yeah, I'm disrespecting the GOAT. Ian McKellar, something like that, man. I'm sorry. But Galactus, how do you feel about this casting choice?
I'm sorry.
I like the casting, man. He looks like he would play the part. He's 47 years old. It's on par. It's on par with the way he should be represented on screen. Honestly, he doesn't look like a young 47. He looks like an old 47. So they can absolutely pull it off. And because it makes sense as far as like the age gap, the way he looks versus the younger versions of this X-Men that they're trying to pull into. Those are young guys. Those are young characters. I mean, young actors. So I mean, they can absolutely. They're professors. You know what I'm saying? Essentially. So it fits. Why? 47 years old, man. There's 47 professors out there, or 47 people that teach, in college. So why are people feeling any type of way about that? Or why would they? You know what I'm saying? I think it's overall a great casting. He looks like he could definitely play the part really well.
Now people are feeling some type of way, right, Galactus? Because people are hearing that Disney is straying away from his origin. So they don't like that because they feel like Magneto origin plays a pivotal role into his character, and by them casting a 47-year-old man, it doesn't make no sense that he was in an event like that happened in 1933. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's bringing a lot of confusion to the audience.
I mean, they gotta give respect to. I mean, honestly though, when it was first done originally from the X-Men, did I completely like that casting? No. That's just me personally. I didn't like that. He's a great, phenomenal actor. I'm not gonna take it away from him, but I feel like the character was way too old, and so was Professor X. It was way too old. They were way too old. But understanding that they stuck with the, the event that happened. You know, what I'm saying, that we know what happened, but now they stuck with that. But you can't pull this off right now. Like, there's no way they're gonna be able to do that. They have to continue on a path where they need to generate more movies. They need more movies. So they're looking at longevity of this all, which is to me smart. So how do you shift from that narrative? Why would you just make it something else that he can rage from, man? Like where does he get his rage from? Focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, because honestly, when we think about it, man, from a movie standpoint, would y'all want somebody that was really, seriously, would y'all really want somebody that was casted that was 80 years old, 90 years old? At this point, 100.
I think the issue falls flat. The issue falls on Marvel not doing their due diligence. I think I don't think it's a problem with his age.
No.
Going off your point, I just think they didn't do the work. And because they're jump starting and they're moving fast, they got to make something up.
Yeah, they have to.
Happens, yeah.
They honestly have to, because again, they're not going to cast somebody we're talking about. You said 1930. When did the Holocaust happen? What year? When was that? Well, we're going to do some simple math here. We'll see if this even makes sense.
It happened 1933 to 1945.
1930, 45. So we're talking about what, 90? That person, that if they cast somebody, would have to be 90 years old, around there?
Yeah, 93. He would have to be 93 years.
Does that make sense to anybody in this chat?
No, it doesn't. That's actually diabolical.
For facts, like for real, would y'all really? Because I mean, if we're gonna stick to it, then that's what y'all saying. Y'all would rather have somebody casted right now that would be 90-some years old.
And guess what, guys? This issue is an issue because why? Jean Grey was in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is why I told y'all I hoped she wasn't Jean Grey, because you could have easily made her Jean Grey in a past movie and done all that in the past, not in 2028. But they decided to do that to fast track everything.
So I think that the incursions is going to be, and I'll keep saying this, the incursions is going to be the point where why we see Magneto. There's going to be a reason why we see them, because of everything that's happening, which is why I feel as though that point that somebody made saying that I think they said maybe like 70% or whatever. They didn't use the thing, but they said the majority of the film is going to be based on the incursions, Doom second. So priority conversions, whatever the fuck, incursions, the other part, Doom, which makes sense to me, because while we're seeing all these characters come out at the same time, like literally. So I'm more curious about to see why the incursions are happening and how many characters that we're going to see because of it. I'll say that. Why we're going to be seeing all these characters come out, and then now seeing that we're going to all see. I don't know if they're going to do it in 616 or not. Whether they're going to make 16 the priority Earth or what. But overall, that's the most important part for me. I'm not excited for Doom. I gotta be real 100 with y'all. I'm not excited for Doom. I'm excited to see exactly what these incursions are going to give us while we're seeing these characters and where they're going to be placed in this universe.
So let us know in the chat, man, how y'all feel about these casting rumors. And last X-Men casting rumor, Charles Milton. We ain't gonna spend too much time to it because we got to get to the comic book stuff too. Charles Milton has turned down the Beast role reportedly to accept Kakashi in the live-action Naruto movie directed by Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yes.
Now, this is huge. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. We had a huge stream about this. I almost had like 250 people in the stream talking about this situation. And it's very interesting that a lot of people said, anime fans are like, hey, I would have went with Kakashi. Marvel fans are saying he's stupid. I would have went with Beast. People are saying Kakashi is a more popular character than Beast, which is crazy to me because of the fact that, let me tell y'all a couple of things before we get off this topic. I'll let y'all speak about it if y'all want. But me personally, if I'm an actor, the reason why I would have went with Beast, because I know for a fact that solidifies my spot in at least 3 jobs and many more other Marvel projects within the cinematic universe. Because we all know Beast, now that he's being being a part of the MCU. There's multiple stories they could do with him. Put him in Avengers. You could put him, in the Illuminati if you decide to. You could do so much with Beast, right? And you can farm him in multiple X-Men movies. But with Kakashi, you are taking a huge gamble with an anime live action adaptation, knowing that they don't do well. And knowing how a lot of anime fans feel about, a property like Naruto being adapted to a live action. Because I say it's solely because of the Netflix stuff. But like I keep telling people, even when it was announced, this isn't that and that isn't this. This is going to be a big budget. And you have one of the biggest directors in the game right now directing it that has a passion for this. So, man, when I say I'm on the fence about this one, that meaning has never meant so much to me in my life because I don't know what I will do because Kakashi is one of those ones in the anime community, and passing a roll up like that and becoming the first ever live action Kakashi. Ooh, this is a tough one. Blue, I'll let you take this real quick.
Okay, so first of all, let me just say this. No, Kakashi is not bigger than Beast. But when you go the importance of Beast in comics and you go the importance of Kakashi in anime, Kakashi is 100% bigger than Beast in his own genre. You have so many characters in history of anime that are made from Kakashi. That is why Naruto is one of the pillars of anime, because they take from that for inspiration for so many things. So to have somebody to say, I'm going to be the first ever live action Kakashi, what? Why wouldn't you? Especially when you see the success of the One Piece anime, which is the only anime that can outdo Naruto. It's One Piece. You can go Dragon Ball, but it's only one. And if this goes that route and it gets that love and they make it and they put love into it and they put attention into it and make it something and make it last long lasting, the brother can go eternities with this role. It's a no question. And I wanted to say this. Nobody knows what Naruto means to him. So you can say, yes, it's easy to go get a bag, but if Naruto and Kakashi mean something to this man, like it means something to me, of course I'm taking that over Beast. It ain't like he broke. It ain't like he a new actor. He's been doing this. He's not new to the game, like the Obsession Girl. So yes, some actors might just want to go get a bag, want that security. This brother's been doing this. He's good. Kakashi's definitely something that I'm happy that somebody would chose, and I'm happy this shows that to me, he cares about what he's doing to turn down Beast in Marvel and MCU and that 10 to 15 year bag, because then he's going to put his all into it, and the brother's going to be Kakashi like we want.
Galactus.
I don't know. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Charles Milton. He's a Riverdale actor, but let's go here. What would you rather do? Would you have taken the Beast role, or would you had if you had the chance to be the first actor to ever play a huge popular anime character from one of the they call big three of anime, which is Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, be one of the pivotal characters and pillar characters of that? Like Kakashi plays a huge role. Like he's literally the sensei to the main character in that show.
That's on that man. You know what I'm saying? This is on him to make the decision on what he values most and how he sees his career going. I mean, be honest with you. I can't speak to that for that man. But like seriously, I don't know what the conversation is about. I have to. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know. I can't play the role you want to play, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a role. It's a job. He has to make money.
All right,
Sir,
let's go to the
go
chat
make it
real
work.
quick. Let's go to the chat. If he wants a bag, the Beast is the way to go. If he wants meaning to him, then yeah, Kakashi. Let us know how y'all feel in the chat. The amount of makeup you would have to wear to be Beast, it would take hours. I agree, because that could have played a factor. the prosthetics. We know a bunch of actors didn't even like to play certain roles in the MCU, like Hugo Weaving. He didn't want to come back as Red Skull because of the amount of hours it took to put on the prosthetics. And also Jennifer Lawrence, she hated the prosthetic process that it took with Mystique in First Class. So that's why she didn't want to do too much of it in X-Men Apocalypse. And that's why they end up, unfortunately, offing her in that movie, because she didn't want to be Mystique anymore because of the prosthetics. So it could have been the prosthetics too. I love that theory, Jordan. Anybody else? Let's see. No faith in live actions. Man, there has to be some good ones in between. Hey, y'all made some good points though. You crazy. One Piece and Naruto looked up. Okay. Yeah, but to each his own when it comes to the situation like that. All right, let's get to DC real quick. Live action stuff before we get into the comics. Lanterns, episode 1 was a huge banger. We're not going to go through spoilers, but what I will say, DC fans, y'all have to calm the fuck down. Because this one episode came out and the amount of, oh, we're back. Bro, Jesus Christ, bro. It's worse than MCU fans. I'm not even going to lie. At least let the series play out. I'm not going to lie. It is a huge win for y'all because overall in 3 days, I think it got like 9.3 million views or something like that. One of the biggest for television, the biggest DC studio for DC Studios property ever. So it's the biggest TV show DC has put out as far as viewership. It got really well received from audience and critics. Like, it's doing well. Now, I know a lot of people are a lot of controversy because of the end of the episode. I'm not going to give too much away. And they're wondering how they're going to do that. I understand, but let them cook. And at the end of the day, man, this was already spoken to y'all when it came out. When they talked about it, they told y'all it was going to be grounded. It wasn't going to be no space stuff like y'all wanted or whatever the case may be. Not saying it won't go there, but they told you it was going to be grounded. They told you it was going to be more of a true detective theme, and that's what the hell you got. So acting like, oh, they lied to us. No, they didn't. They told you exactly what this show was going to be about. And for me, personally, I think it delivered very well. And that's why I say, Marvel, as much as I like to defend y'all got to step y'all fucking TV shows up. If this is what DC's producing and the type of quality of storytelling they're giving us, Marvel, you cannot compete. Your best show can't compete with some of this shit at all. Nowhere near. And I gotta, like Blue said yesterday, hey, I gotta fall back on this one. I can't even lie to you, Blue. Y'all got it when it comes to the TV shows. I cannot even deny that anymore. But what I will say, there was a certain logo confirmed for episode 2 for a character that I don't think fits into this story, and I hope it's a cameo. But they're saying Peacemaker might make an appearance this episode. How you feel about that, Blue?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with him showing up. I don't know why he would show up. Maybe it'll be like a voice call or something random, But yeah, I don't have an issue with that. But I'm gonna say this, and I would be weird. I wouldn't be my authentic self. I would be lying if I didn't give my critique. I have a problem with DC. I have a problem with James Gunn at this point. I have a problem with whoever's in charge of whatever they're doing with DC. This stuff is supposed to be for kids. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be for kids. You're telling me you have galactic color space cops and a kid can't watch it. You're telling me within the first 10 minutes, the main character is having sex in the car. This is a comic book. This is for children. Why can't children watch this show? Why wasn't it made for children to be able to watch it? Penguin, I understand. That is different. Am I happy about it? Not so much, but I understand. It's gang related. It's all this stuff. But when you got space cops with a bunch of colors and rings, mind you, Halloween is next month. Why would you not make this for kids so they can dress up as... You got Spider-Man that just did 2.2 billion. Booming. Kids going. Marvel is for kids. They keep their movies a little, even with it, we think it's cringy. Captain America, watch your mouth with the curse words. It's for kids. Why would Green Lantern not be for kids? It shouldn't just be the movies for kids. A kid can't even watch Creature Commandos because it's not for children.
I don't even think Supergirl was for kids.
It's not. I have an issue with that. I don't. We want to build a universe. We want it to be more fantastical, which we want to get away from the dark crap, which we relied on for so long with Batman and all this stuff. We want to preach to the masses. We want to go overseas. We want to do all this stuff. But we can't give it to the people that it's supposed to be about. We're not supposed to be the target audience. I'm sorry. We're a bunch of kids. That's the reason why we buy this and we love this stuff. Because we're a bunch of kids. Galactus has a Thundercat sword because that's the kid in him. My daughter can't watch Lanterns. The brother is in the front seat of the car having sex. I hate that. I really, really hate that. And it makes me nervous. That it's not about the kids anymore, man. And we're never gonna succeed if that's the case. Never.
I ain't gonna lie. I love you spoke that because that's one take I did not hear anyone say. That's a DC fan. That's probably the most original take I heard about the Lantern show since, and everybody knows I go live every day now talking about these shows, theories, everything. So that's one take that I blew. You fucking impressed me. Where's my bomb? Where's my bomb? I drop a bomb for that. Well, Galactus, you haven't seen the show, but catch up tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Episode 2 comes out tonight. I'm definitely gonna be locked in. Heroes, let me know how y'all felt about Lanterns episode 1, and are you watching it tonight? Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Go ahead, Galactus.
Real quick, I want to say something about what you just said, Blue. Real quick, because I didn't see the show, but you can use that same knowledge toward a lot of things that we consume. I will say this: the reason why is the majority of the time, especially in the community that we're in, they don't have kids. So the thing is that, or they don't take care of the kids. I don't mean to say that, sorry. But the majority of these people, they don't know. They don't know what it's like to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? So they only know what they consume. You know what I'm saying? As a consumer, like being single and having to go see movies and enjoy this community, talk about books, talk about movies and stuff like that. This space where we're in right now, we're unks, right? We do have kids. So we're more conscious about what we're viewing, what we're allowing our kids to consume. So that's probably why the majority of the time you don't get that take is because they're focused on their specific what they want to consume, not who else is watching them consume it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of the issue there. But I love that passion that's coming out to you and showing that because that's a real thing. It's a real thing. Those characters are, yeah, we can see it in the comic book. Somebody made a comment saying that we're not gonna act like they're not what they want to do it in the comics. That stuff is subjective. Most of the time, when kids are watching or reading these books, they don't know what's going on. Even in the panels, for the most part, I didn't know. Some of the comic books I read now that I read back in the day, I'm looking at now like, why was I reading this? You know what I'm saying? So Marvel has been doing some things like that before, whatever it is. We see things in comic books, but kids can't process that. They can't process what they're seeing for the most part because there was a frontal prelobe cortex, whatever it's called, is not completely their understanding is not completed. They can't completely understand comprehend what they're reading or seeing. So it is a big deal, especially when they translate that. Though whatever they're seeing in comic books to the movies is kind of hard, and you would never want your child to be watching sexual intercourse and stuff like that right away, being so young. So I appreciate you making that a point to say, man.
And before we get off live action stuff and get into the comic book side, man, I just want to make a little segment here called Hero of the Day. And it's to whoever the man was cosplaying, well, not cosplaying, but dressed up as Spider-Man. Man, salute to you today because the work you did in Minnesota, man, this is what I mean by everyday heroes. He popped on Jake Lang, which everybody knows is a huge racist, supremacy, things like that. He was out there, and my God, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get this hung on my wall, y'all. I swear to God, chat. This picture of him
that's tough.
fighting these racists, I'm
tough.
getting that shit hung on my fucking wall. So whoever that gentleman was, man, out there protesting as Spider-Man and really got into that confrontation today, you are a real life hero, and I salute you. All right, now to the comic book side of things. Blue, for the big two, take it away of what was popping and what you enjoyed today. Ooh, see how I finessed that?
We have Static back in back in main continuity comic books. Y'all, this cover is beautiful. I had to get it. I'm so glad. Galactus, show him the cover that you got that I'm salty I didn't get. The OG, the GOAT, Sanford Green. Come on, bro. You're supposed to be ready. Come on. There we go. Yeah, he got two of them. Yeah. Hey, this is what it's about with Lanterns, man. It's what we asked about. It's what we asked for. Do you want me to go into it? You want me to just...
Yeah, go into it for sure.
Right.
And before I say this too, to all you content creators that ask for this, I'm calling y'all out. Y'all fucking phony and fake. Y'all are so phony and fake. It's not even funny how fucking phony and fake y'all are. Because I have not seen one review on this fucking comic book. None. Please show me a review on this comic book on Comic Top. Y'all begged and cried for this fucking comic book, and I have not seen one single review at all. Y'all are fucking pathetic in my eyes. Go ahead, Blue.
I'm happy Static is back. He felt like Static. I'm not happy how they wrote this issue. My guy came back. Black character came back for the first time. I kind of was iffy about the retcons and how they changed stuff, but that's how comic works. So I can't be mad about that. But when it comes to the fact that you're bringing a character in that's literally supposed to be for the community, and all it is in the whole comic book is bickering about him being there, a hero. Why is Dick Grayson worried about secret identities in the Titans Tower with the hero? Granted, I understand Dick's going through it. Sorry, Nightwing's gone through a lot, and they're trying to keep that across board. So that's true. You don't do that in this brother's first entry back into the... Everybody's hating on him except two people. Steph, which is somebody from the Bat family, and John, who brought him. Everybody... Cyborg has an issue with this brother being there. The only other black person in this book. Why would you write that? Black people have the narrative to be problematic. This brother came into chaos, was talked down to, looked down upon. They didn't even believe he had hero experience, didn't want him there, and he still had a smile on his face. I hated that. Now, I hope they fix it after this arc, after what's going on with Yar and Wonder Girl. I hope they find the connections, because I understand comic books about stories and arcs. But y'all, when I read this, I literally texted y'all. I said, I got some stuff to say. It pissed me off. It did. Because every preview we got, right, was happy-go-lucky. John coming to get him. I want you to be a part of the team. So we thinking he about to come in. Maybe they'll do a little go save the day. Nah. Let's just hate on the black man. Pissed me off.
Galactus, how you felt about this book?
So, first of all, I numbered all my stuff. Well, not numbered, but gave it a ranking, and it is in the middle. As far as like where it stands in the books that I read this week. So it is absolutely. It wasn't great. Like Blue said, I took that same thing away. It's when Cyborg said that, and when boy right before that in the panels, Static was like, "Oh, I would love to chop it up with him." You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, like in other words, it almost was like that was the only character he knew about. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to meet that other black character, and the way they did that I didn't like that at all. I didn't like the treatment I felt like it should have been a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I feel like
He called him a guest.
it
He
should have
called
been
him a
way
guest.
more. Especially when we're talking about on the cover, it says Static is back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it welcome Static to the new Titans, whatever it is, to the team. It's like, what kind of welcome was that? And now, again, what happens next? Because I'm not privy to anything that happened beforehand in any of the books, or so forth and so on. So, again, this is my introduction. I told Blue, I was like, this is gonna be my introduction to DC. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me kind of seeing as what this world looks like. You feel me? So, but me as a consumer coming into it for the first time and seeing this, that wasn't a good welcome at all for me, because I didn't feel welcome. I didn't feel welcome on a team, or as a consumer reading it. I didn't feel welcomed into the DC space. You know what I'm saying? Especially being a Static fan and so on and so on, and knowing about Static and coming into it, this was not the welcome that I thought it was gonna get, to be honest with you. So yeah, I can understand how you felt about that. Now at the same time, I do think or hope that they have something else planned to give this character what he needs, because they did kind of show how powerful he was, and I like the fact that they was like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they saw how powerful he really was, and I was like, okay, well, now they can go ahead and not take a step back and be like, okay, respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, respect to this dude, because he's that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's that guy. But we'll see how he gets treated moving forward. You know what I'm saying? But I have hopes that we are going to see Static in a much more bigger light than we just seen with this welcome. So, but overall, I liked it. But again, it was in the middle of my pile, which I'm gonna go over my ranking once we do our rankings and stuff like that. But yeah, that's for DC. That book was the best one for me, because I didn't really like Absolute Green Arrow. But we can move on to that. Are we moved on from this situation? Did you read it? Like Flea, did you read the book?
I read the Static one. I didn't read Green Arrow yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Before we move on to a different title really quick, I do need to give respect. So Ink Alliance, that actually made this happen with Sanford Green to produce this book. 10 black LCSs came together and united. 10 black owned, I'll say that, black owned comic book stores came together and created a unit, you know what I'm saying, to actually have these exclusive covers, retail covers, produced and given for us, you know what I'm saying? So to represent who we are as black people. Sanford Green, of course, if you don't know about Sanford Green, please do your research. Look at what he's doing. He's really big into the hip hop scene. And right now, as you can see, this is very hip hop because he's DJing on here with Cyborg in the back. So y'all, this is huge for the community. So I do not want to go ahead and just glance over this without giving them the respect that they need, that they actually made this happen for the community. Because right now, as it stands, again, we take the back seat a lot. And now this book is putting us to the forefront to show that our artists deserve way more attention that they get. So Sanford Green, man, appreciate you doing your thing. Yo, for real, y'all need to get up on this type of stuff and start supporting these black creators, artists, writers, all these things. So get on.
Go ahead and send me one.
All right, so now let's talk a little bit about the Marvel side. Blue, how you felt about the Marvel books that came out?
Okay.
He's not gonna talk about it.
Since you want to glaze Marvel, we talked about one DC book.
Oh, we can't move on for DC. Yeah, we can't do that.
No, because this is a nice cover. Yeah, didn't read it. Let's just go. Thor, the 800th issue. It was cool. Bishop, really good. I'm really enjoying Bishop, man. The no troll no more. The chemistry with him and his sister, you actually feel it. This is a perfect example of trade paperback when it comes to a miniseries. You feel the connection, you feel his emotion, you feel her emotion, you feel what they're going through. I am kind of upset the fact that for 2.5 issues we've been basically in the same setting for most of the pages. Outside of that, I think it's great. I think the writing is really good. And that's, Armageddon, but I'm not talking about that because I don't care. So that was basically
Armageddon. I thought issue 2 was pretty good. You didn't like that one?
It's just cool. It ain't nothing crazy.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't nothing too crazy. Well, for Wolverine fans, I guess they could feel some type of way. But I was trying to stay away from Green Arrow until I read it. but y'all can talk about it. Go ahead.
There's nothing to talk about. It's just not a Green Arrow book.
It's definitely not a Green Arrow book. We can't move. You're right. You Blue. That was perfect. Just you're right.
I wanted to say to in the chat, Kamui, I know my guy Galactus would think different. I do agree with you. I don't agree with you about it's dope. It's not bad. It's a good written book. I've been talking about this at the LCS all week. It's just not Green Arrow. This book was hyped up. This book started with Arc M with Oliver Queen getting offed. And that started the hype for us. That started the hype to see where they were going because we already knew that there was an absolute Green Arrow book coming. Mm-hmm. So that gave us the hype. They gave us the character. The character looks sick. But the fact that you got this character that you only see for maybe 4 pages out of each issue is pointless to me. I don't like it at all. I want to see him in this book. And then furthermore, the fact that you're giving Dinah Lance a one-shot for her own book, when the fact that this Green Arrow book is her own book.
It's her own book.
It's so weird to me.
It's wild.
At this point, you might as well give me an absolute Green Arrow one-shot because maybe I'll see more of him. So I don't think it's bad, but I also feel every time I read it, I just care less because the thing I came here for, I'm not getting. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. I do think the Dinah Lance, I think she's fire. I think she's tough. I have no issues with her. I just don't understand what Pornsack is doing as far as I guess I was told this weekend that it's supposed to be a slasher where the villain, which is Green Arrow, is not supposed to be shown a lot. But to me, that doesn't make sense. This is not a freaking horror film. This is a comic.
But still, no, don't call it. Don't call it absolute Green Arrow.
Exactly,
Don't call it that.
with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, period.
Yeah.
But
go ahead. I'll let you go now. I'm done.
Yeah, no, I mean, overall, man, I think I share the same sentiments as you. Regarding the book is not terrible, but it's not what I expected. You know, and I said that now, chat. I was like, this is not what I came for. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I looking at? Type of thing. Like, why am I reading a book about Black Canary? Like, seriously. And it's more and more, they're taking more and more of the lore of that absolute Black Lantern, and it's like going away. Like he's disappearing more and more. It's like, where is the crescendo? Like, where are we seeing him more and more? We're seeing him less and less. So overall, I'm not liking it. That aspect of it, it's not a terrible book again, but it's not what I was expecting. So I don't know how much more I could take, but I'm almost out of that. I'm almost done with it. But
extend it.
You said that. Now I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to continue, bro. Like, I don't know.
But I will say, Pornsack did come out and say they did confirm the 2 arcs don't go together. So they didn't extend it to extend this story.
So what's the point?
The first arc is the mystery, and then the second arc will be whatever they're going to do. So you might actually get Green Arrow in that arc. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But it's
I don't know. Somebody tell me when it happens. All right, but we can move on tomorrow now.
Yeah, let's go to Indies. All right, let's.
Well, I'm not done. I didn't do my Marvels yet. He did his.
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got different Marvels. That's what I like about Galactus, man. Let's go.
Alien King Killer. This joint, fire. They closed it out after the 5th issue. This is done. But I promise y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. First of all, the main character, the protagonist is Black. Listen, let me tell y'all something. His powers, remarkable. Like, seriously, it's something crazy. Y'all are missing out, man. It does tie in the whole alien aspect with aliens in it, but aliens is not the main focus of this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the main focus is their power set, and like the people like him just kind of. I'm not gonna give it away. All I have to say is just
don't give it away. It's tough.
Y'all just need to go ahead and read this book. Alien King Killer is that book.
And I put my hands up. I did text. What was that? 2 weekends ago.
Yeah,
I have read issue 1 and 2. It is Flea. You would love that book.
What, Aliens? For real?
The King Killer, yes. It's
Alien, yep, King Killer.
And mind you can't find the issues. You cannot find, yes. They're not like, because they weren't heavily bought. So the people that bought them and ordered them, there's not many out there.
Hopefully they get a trade or something.
It'll be a trade. I'm about a trade. Yeah.
Uncanny X-Men number 34. Gail Simone is still doing her thing on this.
I heard that shit is picking up heavy.
It is.
Literally, a friend of mine yesterday told me, like, yo, bro, if you're not reading Uncanny X-Men, man, get back on it.
I'm telling you, man. She been doing her thing. I didn't fall off too much for me, except for that one arc what they was doing where it was like the Danger Room. I didn't like the Danger Room arc, whatever that event. But this right here, fire book. But those are only two Marvels that I got. We can move into our indies now.
You're not gonna talk about Rogue?
Oh, you talking about how Rogue did her thing? You talking about how in that book you read it?
I know what I'm talking. I don't know if you can say that word on YouTube.
Oh, she pee. You talking about? She might be having a bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might be having a bun.
I got rid of it.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that because at the end of it, she said, "I got something to tell you," but she never really told him. She never even really told him if she was having one.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to find out. Yeah, man, don't ruin it for the people. They ain't been reading it.
Yeah.
All right. What about the indies? What about the indies? Let's get to the indies because I know y'all want to get up out of here. It's 4:40 right now. 5:40.
I can't show y'all my. Let me go. I got one.
Go ahead.
I can't show y'all my cover. I wish I could. Bug Wars is back. Oh my goodness. Yes, you see, Bug Wars is found. Yes, crazy cover, right? Bug Wars is back. The beloved book, man. If y'all not reading this, y'all are missing out. I can't remember who the writer is. Jason Aaron, right?
Yeah.
Jason Aaron, yeah. Jason Aaron's killing. The first volume of this was gas, and it is back. It is returned. The book has returned. And they're just he's elaborating so much on the lore, on the yard. The kid has friends. The kid is freaking going to school with bugs. Bro, I'll probably punch this kid in his face. He got mad bugs crawling in. That's nasty. But no, this book is great, man. And I'm happy it's back.
That's all you picked up for indies? You ain't pick up M1?
No.
You dropped it?
No, I just didn't grab it. It's still at my store. I can get it if I want, but I read it. I did read it. Yeah. But yeah.
You didn't like it?
It's not that I didn't like it. I just think the book is lacking. It's lacking.
It is. It's kind of like I wanted to pick up a little more. I wanted to pick up a little more.
The art is magnificent.
Yeah, old boy's doing his thing, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But it's like either you get racing, but you don't really get racing, or you get the demons and the dragons, but then you don't get it. It's
yeah,
like,
they got to learn how to balance the two.
Balance, yes, for sure.
I do agree with that.
All right, go ahead, Galax. I mean, let you have it.
All right. So first of all, I'm gonna bring this is my order of my best reads for the week. So we got Last Driver, which is done like this. The whole book you read like this. This book is phenomenal. This book is phenomenal, bro. We talking about some old like I forgot what I actually said it was like, but overall, like this book has to do with a guy that he used to drive back in the day. So everything has changed in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like think Blade Runner, and like you see how the future looks, and it looks real dark and edgy. So think about something like that, and how they're being like controlled. Like overall, like everything that we're used to, it has some political aspects to it. You know, about how much we consume, or how much AI is going to start taking over, and so forth and so on. Like this book is phenomenal. So this is my number one read for the week. And M1, this is my number 2 book of the week. This book is like listen, this issue is crazy. Like I love the fact that they're now transitioning to, you know, the whole drug aspect of like, you know what I'm saying, of the monsters and why they do it and so forth and so on, just to get the edge. So I mean it does have some relevancy to it. This book is really good.
Before you got that over Bug Wars?
I do. I liked it. I liked it a lot, bro. Like
I didn't read Bug Wars, so I can't say, but I did read M1.
The book
and I liked it.
I'm getting to the Bug Wars. I'll tell you why. Battle Beast. This is my number 3 book. This book is phenomenal. This is a great close. Y'all, we're not getting any of this until March or May of next year, 2027. Yep. So this is not coming back. This is the end of this arc. Until then, let me tell you something. Him and Conquest went at it. That joint was phenomenal. Bug Wars is next. So we got Bug Wars. The reason why I had this so low, or you know, as my 4th fifth
undercover,
is because I'm not showing that. It's because of the tone of the book. I know we're back. I know we're back into it, but I feel like it wasn't enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? It started too late into the book for me. They were just showing exactly what he went through in school regarding the bugs and, you know, being called names and stuff like that. But I feel like the pacing was kind of slower a little bit. So that's why I kind of have it there. Only the Savage are left. This is number 3. This book is phenomenal. Y'all, if you haven't picked this up, I advise y'all to get into it. We got Arcadia. I always talk about it. Number 7, this book is great. It has its own soundtrack. So you have to go in there. There's certain pages where you have to scan it and you can listen to the music while you read because it has its own soundtrack. I promise y'all it's phenomenal. And then the last but not least, the last two, I have to put this down last. Megalift, this was not a good closing to this book at all. There's only 3 issues, but they didn't close this as far as what I thought. It was all right. And Mumra, this is probably last on my list. Last on my list is Green Arrow, but it's next. This book, not good. And I'm glad it's the last one until we cross over into the Thundercats. But that last Mumra was not good.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, there was some good books. I haven't read all of mine, but the ones I did read, Bishop and One, I really enjoyed those two. I still, man, y'all making me feel bad that I didn't get to Green Arrow now, low key, because I didn't have opinion on it. But after y'all talked about it, it literally took me out where I don't want to read it. I did read New Titans and Armageddon. Wonder Woman I have just to have there. Right? I didn't even read that, but I did like one of the variant covers. But I'm not even reading Wonder Woman, to be honest with you. And I picked up Queen in Black just to pick it up, but I did not read it. I dropped it, but it was still on my pull list, supposedly. So when I went there, I still had Queen in Black. But let me know, chat, what y'all are reading. And let us know what was your favorite books of the week. Now, really quick, next week's Pull a Pass.
Before we do that, Flea, I do want to. There's something I know we said that, but it's fine. My kid is here. We're gonna go to eat dinner, but this is very important. I need to talk about this.
All right.
Okay. So, I want to talk about this whole situation when it comes to because somebody made a comment, and I did want to touch up on it. It was talking about Black artists and not giving us enough. As far as to consume. Here's my issue, and it kind of goes along with what everybody's talking about online. First of all, y'all are so disrespectful, bro. Like this community, this comic community is disrespectful. And the reason why I say that is because number one, we're talking about some announcements that we had recently at San Diego Comic-Con regarding books that's coming out with these Black characters in it, right? And we're talking about the solicits, and people were talking about, well, where the solicits at? Where's this? Where's this at? Where's that? Here's my problem with that. Y'all don't understand. First of all, for them to announce it, that it is coming. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is this. These people already pitched the ideas. They did all this work to get to this point where it's now they were able to release an announcement saying it was coming. The book has not been written yet. They're saying that it was greenlit. It was greenlit for this stuff to actually happen. If you look at Stephanie Williams and if you follow her, you'll understand that this process takes time. It takes time for it to happen, to get released. And y'all are stressing this woman out. She said that she wants to get off of internet like socials. Was that really what y'all want? Do y'all really want our Black creators to be so stressed out to give y'all a fucking product that they don't even want to do it no more? Like, or feel stressed like they don't want to I mean, seriously though, y'all have to understand something. And I want to put it this way. I'm going to be respectful to y'all. But if y'all can't do it, if y'all not the ones doing it right now, if y'all not the ones going out pitching these ideas and writing these books, y'all need to shut the fuck up. And that's as easy as I'm going to say it, like for real. Because listen, they're doing the work. And now you're putting pressure. You mean to tell me that y'all going to pressure the people that's giving us what y'all want? Y'all going to pressure these people to give us what y'all want. Does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense at all, bro. Like seriously, y'all, this community is it's so toxic sometimes. Like seriously, especially y'all Black people doing it to our own Black people. Listen, it already took them so long to even pitch these ideas to get it done to people that don't look like us. But the fact that they're actually producing this stuff and getting it done, why are y'all tearing it down? You're ripping this shit to shreds when y'all get it, talking about how bad it is and so forth and so on. And y'all going off on these people, talking about, well, this is why, blah, 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 blah. But then you mad that we not getting it. I need to understand the thought process behind what y'all talking about. Seriously, what are y'all talking about? It doesn't make sense. It's frustrating because for me, I mean, number
Hold on,
one,
hold
y'all
on.
gotta understand. Like, I'm
Galactus,
50 years
Galactus.
old.
Hold on. Guys, what he's referring to is Bleeding Cool, a comic website, came out and made a post because they don't have anything to talk about. They made a post about DC's December solicits, and there was no Vixen nor Static release date or anything in that book, in the solicits. Mind you, both those books just got announced that they were greenlit not even a month ago. A month ago would be tomorrow, the 24th. It would be a month ago that they got announced. Um, so people are going online complaining and crying that we're not seeing a release date, that we're not seeing any of this, and they're just saying that it's never going to happen. They're crashing out, they're crying because they don't understand it. They don't want to understand how comics work. They just want something to be shoved in their face. So Galactus is giving y'all the understanding of basically just shut up and just freaking let the book come, and I'll let him continue.
So overall, again, I think what the problem is we're forced into this media consumption. Like when Black people consume media, I know we have that high expectations, as we should, because number one, that we don't get the opportunity very often. So I understand your frustrations when it comes to the media we consume, like the TV shows and so forth and so on. But my problem is this though: the more and more we champion for these people, the more product that's going to happen. What we'll be able to get in greenlit. But when you're back talking exactly what we're getting and talking about how bad it is, and what I'm saying, and this is why we get what this is why Black people don't get the platform they get or whatever the stuff that they get. The problem is number one, y'all also have to remember the outside influences that they have to go through. They have to go to certain channels and people to get this stuff greenlit and also produce and so forth and so on. So they can pitch an idea, but the idea that they have in their head doesn't always happen. It's because they have to now go through somebody else that vets it and says, "Now we can't do this." Oh, you know what I'm saying? We can't put this. We have this idea for this character, so forth and so on. We can't do that. So y'all still have to understand there's so much vetting that has to happen. Just because they have an idea and they create it doesn't mean that their idea is coming to fruition exactly how they wanted it to happen. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. That's not how that works. Like seriously. So we're putting way too much pressure on these people that's producing it for us. You know what I'm saying? Way too much pressure. Talking about how bad it is or so forth and so on. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. If you don't enjoy it, perfectly fine. Be like, yo, I don't enjoy this, but you know what I'm going to focus on? How about this character? This character I'm reading right now, this black that's made by a Black creator. Yo, I need y'all to dive into this. Support this, support this, support this, support this, whatever it is. But please stop the negative talk, man, because when we're attacking our own, that shit is not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, we already have so many other barriers that we need to get through in order to even for that shit to even happen. Like seriously, stop doing that. Y'all look crazy and it's disgusting. Then most of the time, like literally, I saw a comment under her thing where somebody had to justify why they said what they said, and she was saying, "Yo, look, like y'all don't understand, like the things that I have to do to get to this point. Like you know what I'm saying, the things that I'm doing that I have going on myself. Like I need y'all to understand this." And it's like when I read this statement, I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna say who it is because honestly, it doesn't even make sense. Like honestly, the whole thing didn't make sense for him to even jump on that comment thread and say what he said, even though he felt how he felt." But the truth is that for me as a consumer, I'm not a creator. I'm a consumer. I'm consuming what these people create. Y'all need to understand you are a consumer. If you want to be a creator then. Be a creator. If you have an idea for that, go out and do it. I bet you're going to see how hard it is for them to even get to that point. I'm talking about Black people.
Hey,
If y'all feel
I'll tell you right now, just to cut in a little bit. You know, I've been working on one, and that shit taking me 2 years for one issue. It's been taking me 2 years. You know how many times I revamped this story or question my writing? You know what I'm saying? But continue. So that's just giving y'all a little context. Imagine a professional. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
No, that was actually perfect. I mean, you're a perfect example as to why it's gonna take, and then for all the projects you may have, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be just as tough, bro. Like, and this is just for one issue. So this is why it's important for us to start supporting, which is why I have 2 books, just so y'all know, from people that in our TikTok community that actually I bought a book and then one was given to me from Black creators, which is why I'm so adamant about supporting that, because number one, it already took them so much to even put their work out there. It's not being seen the way it should. It's not being, but that's because number one, the indie space is hard anyway. You know what I'm saying? To actually flourish in, which is why Che Grayson, which is why Stephanie Williams, when they get the opportunity to get the right for the big 2, they are so fucking happy, because it took them so long to get to that point where they're being accepted by. Unfortunately, this is wild to me. Why they're accepted by these big companies? Like, do y'all understand though? There is a process that happens. Please understand that. I need y'all to stop it. All your people, when y'all see y'all people trying to talk about our people like that, stop them in their tracks. But like, no, this is not what we need to be doing right now. What we need to be doing is just go ahead and supporting these people. Support their work. Go out and talk about it. Like, seriously, talk about it. And again, look, Bishop, I stopped at number 1, but you know what I'm saying? But again, my fellas are fully supporting that. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. They talking about it. We don't always have to agree on our books, but what we can do is we can support the efforts where we feel like we want to put our energy at. Again, but don't down talk it though. If you're not supporting it, you don't have to buy the book. But don't negatively talk about it, because then now you're going to be putting that negative energy out there. Other people see that. Other people see it, and they're like, well, if they're not buying it, why am I going to buy it? Stop doing that. Let people consume what they want.
So, listen. We got to stop being disingenuous. I'm not going to call you out because we have these conversations. You talk all the time about being in a comic gang since the 80s and all this other stuff. You do this. The books that were shown at San Diego Comic-Con for Next Level were the next books that were dropping. Etrigan the Demon book got announced at New York Comic-Con 2025. That is almost a year, because New York Comic-Con is in October. That book releases either September or October. Mind you, when the Next Level initiative was announced, Jim Lee came out and had a slate of books that were already in the works. Stephanie Williams came out and also said she had been pitched this book, but the issue was because Jim Lee came in, like we keep educating y'all, Jim Lee came in and changed everything because he was a new ownership. He was a new head from what we used to have. They told her they wanted her book, but they were trying to find a place to put the book in the universe. They're building a universe. So of course she can talk about her book. Of course she can give interviews because she's at these cons, because she's been doing this. She knows what she wants to do, right? Cody Ziegler can't speak as much because he probably just got picked up. Static is currently in a book. They got to get through their story. Let's go back to Steph. Steph as talking about when this book gets the release date, when it gets solicited, you guys need to pre-order it, because I want to. She literally said, I have up to 42 issues ready. She wants to give us a universe, a whole branching universe with Vixen. That doesn't mean the book is dropping anytime soon. That does not mean that. That does not mean the book is done. That does not mean the book is ready to be released. It's not. Y'all know this. Why would DC give Vixen a release date when it doesn't have one yet? It's not going to have one, because guess what? It just got announced less than a month ago. That is not how this stuff works. The Absolute Universe, the Trinity, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman was in works for 2 years before it even got announced. Y'all have to stop playing these dumb games. Y'all starting to look stupid, and it's pissing me off because y'all double down, y'all triple down, and then when it comes out, y'all just don't do anything and don't talk about it. Like Galactus just said, Flea Boy just said. Why are we getting mad that the writer is excited about writing Vixen and she wants to talk about it? Why is that a problem? Why did y'all expect the book to get announced less than 30 days ago and be ready to have a release date in December? When have you ever seen that happen? I will wait.
It's not written yet. Weirdos.
Yeah, I think the community, man, sometimes I think they just want a voice. I think people just want something to talk about, and at the same time, like Galactus said, man, y'all can't be giving. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all can't. My fault. I just got super distracted, but y'all can't. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My kids was in the background talking. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
bro, we just got to do better. Galactus is telling y'all, bro, do better, bro. Like, bro, if you got the whole creator on the app, she's literally standing 10 toes as a black female, ready to give her interpretation and her greatness. And y'all literally trying to shoot everything down that has to do with it because you think, y'all losing the plot, brother. Mind you, we've said this before. Jim Lee, the guy that's in charge, he's not even white. Jim Lee's not white. Let them do what they doing. Let them run the business side because clearly y'all don't know the business side and y'all don't want to know the business side. Y'all just want to cry. And then when you get what you asked for, like Flea Boy Jetson just said, don't none of y'all say nothing about it.
Weird.
Because y'all don't care. Y'all performative. You cry for no reason.
Facts. I love that shit, man.
Seriously. And go ahead, Galactus.
No, I was gonna say, yo, for real, because I mean, when you look at it this way, right? I was thinking about the whole process, and I was saying this. I was like, yo, I told them in the chat, our chat, I was like, yo, what black people like to do is we like to go on stage and yell. We like to go on stage and yell, yo, black representation this, black representation, all this type of stuff, right? You want to talk about it. Y'all want to talk about it. But what y'all really don't want to do is y'all not really about the solution. Y'all not really about the support, man. It's easy to talk about that. You just want to be part of something. That's the downside with black people. We always, we get something that we want to be part of it because everybody talking about it. Y'all, this person's black power. Now I'm black power too because I feel the same way. So I'm part of it. I'm part of it. There were parts of things that was initiated to make change, but everything was not right. And I spoke on that heavily within the space. Y'all already know. Y'all can see if y'all can go back in the pod. Y'all can see when I said it. I said this is not the right way to do this, and that's exactly what I said. And it didn't work. It didn't work. I said it. I was very passionate about it. I said this is not the right way to go about it. Seriously, because we're dealing with so many outside influences, so many things against us. This is not the right way to do it. Because what we need to do is we need to uplift the people that's doing it now, the people that's doing it. We need to uplift those people. But instead, we want to talk about the other people that's not uplifting us. Fuck that. That's going to happen. That's going to be what it is. But what we need to do is we need to uplift the people that's doing it. But while we're doing this, we're tearing them down, bro. Like, seriously. We are doing it's almost like it's contradictory to what we said we want to do. But we ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. Y'all not on the same page. Really, you're not. Like Blue just said, y'all losing the plot. You are. The solicits don't matter. They really don't. What you do is you while they're creating this stuff and while they're talking about it, y'all create a shitstorm online. You take everybody, you bring them all to that space, and you talk about how much you want it and support them. Guess who's watching that? Their employers. Their employers are watching their engagement because they want to see just how much we want it. Come on. Why do you think what's the name did so well? What is that damn book, Flea, you love so much? Dork. Why do you think Dork did so well?
Oh, it's coming out. Issue 8 is coming out next week, I think.
Why do y'all think he did so well? The creator created excitement over it and was talking about it. People started clamoring to his space, so wanting to see what he was talking about. And then now that's word of mouth. Everybody else is going to come to because everybody's like, yo, what is this that they talking about? So when it gets released, everybody's like, now, and if they missed out, they're like, damn, I already missed out. They missed out on pre-sales and everything. I'm telling y'all, this is the way you avoid that. You avoid missing out. You jump on the train now. while she's talking about it. Y'all have no idea. The things that y'all talking about don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Listen, now y'all can be young and be free and have all these type of fucking ideas y'all want because this is what the young do. Young feel like they know fucking everything. But I'm telling y'all, man, stop, slow down. Stop, slow down, and really start to think about the things that y'all doing and seeing how it's not working.
I agree.
Seriously.
I agree. I will say this, man. Y'all do a lot of running y'all mouths, but like Blue always says on here, man, show with your money, show it with your bread. Because I tell you one thing, I even showed this online because we was having a debate about Black Panther and Static Shock, and they said a Static Shock movie would do better than a Black Panther movie did. And I said, you are fucking crazy. Right now, people online cried, complained, boycotted to bring Static Shock back into the mainline continuity. And as of right now, August 23rd, 2026, you can go online right now from any comic book store and pick up that book. That shouldn't be a thing. That shit should be sold the fuck out.
He's on the cover. This is a full, and they got this in the variant cardstock.
And you can get that from my LCS right now. That shouldn't even be available right now. It should be sold out nationwide. But the fact is, y'all cried for this shit for so long. Y'all didn't fucking support it. Y'all didn't pre-order the book because it fucking shows. It's still on the shelf. Even the LCS that probably like, you know what? Let me buy a couple extra because, you know, let me put a couple of extra on the shelf. But guess what? They spent money for nothing because them shit's still on the shelf. So y'all can't want Static too fucking bad. So y'all crying for this fucking Vixen book. Are y'all going to support it? Is my question now. Because y'all didn't support the Titans. Chat. I got a challenge for y'all when we cut this off, which we're about to do in a few minutes. Go online and check out how many content creators did a full review on this book. I'm not saying showing the fucking cover. No. A review of the story. Or what actually happened in the book. What Static did in this book. Please go online. I dare y'all. I challenge y'all to. And let me know. Go on Comic Talk. You'll probably find some on YouTube. YouTube is pretty easy. You search it. Somebody did some type of work on it. But go on to Comic Talk, where most of them guys cried and complained. Go. I dare y'all. Now, speaking of comic books, let's go to our pulls or pass of next week. I'm going to give mine real quick, my top 5, man. I'm going to leave some of the good ones for Blue and Galactus. I'm going to go Final Boss 9. Issue 9. I want to see where that takes off. They yapped my boy last issue, man, by the lizard people, them little lizard fucks. So, you know, I hope my boy blazing, puts their lights out in this one. We got an issue 1 from Marvel, which I'm pretty excited for. I got the Wolverine and Apocalypse variant, which is Tomb of Apocalypse. I'm really excited to see where that goes. Hopefully they put Apocalypse back at the forefront in his glory. We got Gambit Wanted 2. I want to see Bullseye get his get back, because that was kind of disrespectful. I ain't even going to lie. Gambit kind of disrespected him. But in issue 1, I thought it was so funny. Me and Blue was talking about that. He revived him and he just smiled at him and knocked back out. That was hilarious. So yeah. I love this book, man. One that I'm excited for issue 2, Supermando Mega Mutts. I'm hyped for that. That's coming. We getting the issue 2. I've been supporting that. And number 1 that I'm excited for, an indie book from one of my childhood favorites that I used to read all of his books. I had no choice, to be honest with you. My uncle used to make me read all of them. But R.L. Stein has a number 1, Stuff of Nightmares, coming out. I'm excited to see what that's about. I never checked out none of his comic material. I don't even know if he did any in the past. I'm pretty sure he did. He did everything else, whether it be Fear Street and things like that. So, yeah, those are my 5. Blue Jack, what's your 5?
You didn't say Power Rangers.
Power Rangers Unlimited?
No. Mighty Morphin.
Issue 3? Yeah, get that shit the fuck out of here. I've been dropped that.
Hey, I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm going to be quick. The very new event is finally starting across all Batman books. We got Batman's Bad Seed Sunset number 1. Very excited, very happy, ready to tap into that new event across Batman books. Then we got one of my favorite indies of out right now. We got Fireborn #4 coming, and it is a big issue. It is the end of this first arc, and it is fire, and I can't wait to tap into it. I love that. We got Absolute Catwoman, one of my favorite Black queens right now, doing her thing in her book. Yeah, we got Absolute Catwoman. We also have my favorite indie out right now. Not gonna lie, we got the final issue of this book called
Power Rangers.
What was it?
Excommunicated #4, the end of the book. Y'all, if y'all not reading this book, I'm telling you, you need to read it because I think it might get picked up for a show or animated, something. It's that good. And I guess my last one, I got one more. I want to leave some for my guy Galactus. So I'm gonna go Absolute Wonder Woman, because Absolute Wonder Woman is starting a new arc, and the art is beautiful, and I'm ready for it to get back to its top spot with greatness in writing. So I'm gonna go Absolute Wonder Woman.
I hope so, because it ain't doing well now. So so y'all, Hammer Fist are supposed to be coming out next week, right?
Yeah, Hammer Fist
So-
issue 1.
That was a phenomenal book. I had the pleasure of having the Ashcan, which is the full issue. I'm telling y'all, pick it up. Ghost Pepper, #14. It's a dope read. If y'all are into anime, it kind of like ties in that anime feel. Viking Moon now, I think it's supposed to be coming out now, #4. Finally, they pushed that thing back so many times. I really love it. If y'all haven't even picked that up yet, Universal Monsters: Blood of the Wolfman, love it. Universal Monsters, I love it. Let's see, Operation Iron Coffin is supposed to be coming out #2, right?
Yeah, issue
Yep.
2.
I left that for you. Yep.
Phenomenal.
Annie
Gun
Porter.
Honey?
Look,
Yeah, I swear it's a dope book. Gun Honey, doubles down #3. Listen, if y'all haven't picked it up, it's slightly a gooner book, but it also has some 007 effects, like into it, like the whole concept of 007 for a female. I promise y'all, you're missing out. It's a dope book. Then we got The Beauty. I'll always love The Beauty. And then last but not least, the Bloodland #6. Bloodland has been a phenomenal book overall. It is an Ignition Press, who is an indie publisher. Get into it.
before you end it off, because Flea Boy, I think he doesn't know, he forgot. Super Mondo Mega Mutts
said that.
issue 2. You did?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't sign. Okay, all right. My bad.
That was my last book I said. Of course
You
I
said
said
something
that.
right? Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm hyped for that.
I got it. I had to get that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle old school homage. That shit is fire. And you're right.
the foil?
They coming out with each issue. They're coming
I
out
told
with
you.
an old school Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle homage to it.
Yep.
But heroes, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. If you enjoyed this episode and you're here for the first time, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out the Spotify audio version every Monday. I gotta upload some previous issues. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, you could donate to the super chat, or you can get a membership. The memberships is what really help us, man. All heroes get exclusive membership content, member only stuff. We got interviews, upcoming interviews we got to talk about. I got an interview with Billy West coming up, the voice actor of Bugs Bunny, Doug Funny, Ren and Stimpy. He done a bunch of stuff. He was in the Space Jam movie with Michael Jordan as Bugs Bunny and LeBron James. So make sure y'all check out that interview. To everybody else, man, I love y'all. Love yourself. Pass that love on and love each other. And we are back next week, Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see y'all next time. Heroes, we are out.
That man's the GOAT.
I forgot y'all. I would have started it off like that. That should have
It's pissed me off, man. Like, I keep seeing it, and it's so silly. Like seriously, man, you can see how deflated this